apply pressure from every angle, you feel me? Yeah, you know, attack move. Never fold, man. Nah, never fold, never quit, yeah. Keep going, like, yeah. Now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they finna feel me. I try to keep it cool, but niggas always act a fool. So now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they finna feel me. I try to keep it cool, but niggas always act a fool. So now they gotta, yeah, I smoke that thing. Tryna get M's in the bank, fuck what they think. Knock a nigga whole mouth out. Come side me, top break, throw hands like Tank. Knock it out the park like Hank. I've been doing them planks, what you got on my drink? I've been trying to keep my sane. Humanity so lame, fuck you and your gang. Speaking on the dead man's name. SKOL Vikes, here we go. SKOL Vikes, here we go. Down at the levee, we going fishing at the levee. SKOL Vikes, baby. You know what it is, you know what it ain't. Some more Vikings business today. Here we go again before I dive in and really get into it. Make sure you come in the chat, you fire the chat up, like it up as well. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell as well. Support the grind, support the channel. Why not? It takes less than 1 second. Here we go, man. But yeah, some Vikings business to get into today. Rob Brzezinski, Justin Jefferson, and Kevin O'Connell speak. Pretty excited about this one. Not going live, not going cap. Haven't heard, listened to none of the pressers yet. So we're gonna break all three of them down right now in the boogie downtown. You understand? But this is Vikings business. This is the state of the Minnesota Vikings. And you all know this is draft week. One of the biggest drafts in Vikings history. I repeat, one of the biggest drafts in Vikings history, baby. They don't win this draft, guess what? That may set them back the next 6, 8 years. So it's very imperative that they win this draft and put their best foot forward. So it's going to be very interesting to see hear what Rob Brzezinski, Justin Jefferson, Kevin O'Connell have to say. You understand? So with no further ado, let's get to it, man. Give me 1 second. I think I'm gonna do listen to let's do Rob Brzezinski first. Yeah, I think I want to hear what Rob Brzezinski has to say first. Give me 1 second, man. Very interesting to hear what they have to say about the draft and all that free agency, etc. Like I've been saying so far, pretty impressed, pretty satiated with the work Rob Brzezinski has done, the moves they made this free agency, off season, free agency. 1 second. Boom, here we go. But yeah, the moves, the players they signed during free agency, didn't spend too much money. Bring in players who can help you immediately. One who should be a starting cornerback, and one who's a solid depth chart piece. If his number needs to be called, you feel good, you feel confident with him being your backup tackle or your backup guard, etc. Van der Mark from the Bills specifically. So Rob Brzezinski, like I've been saying, if they can retain Jonathan Grenard, you're looking at an A plus. If they can retain Jonathan Grenard and win the draft in spectacular fashion, you could give them an A plus grade, damn near. Wow, it would be remarkable if somehow, some way they retain JG. I know you hear some people saying, "Oh, Trey Grenard, do this, do that." What? Huh? Take the what and leave the what? Same shit they were saying about Jordan Addison. Get rid of him, trade him. I'm glad Brzezinski, Kevin O'Connell, etc. didn't listen to that bullshit either. Because guess what? At the end of the day, it made no sense. Do we want to win, or do we want to be what? A 500 under 500 win team? I mean, why would you say trade Addison? Oh, I know a lot of people out there want to paint him a criminal. Yeah, make him a criminal. Put a bad narrative around his name. Like I say, like I've been saying, like I told Swaggy Addy, listen up, bruh, early. I want to see you win. I want to see you eat heavy, dog. No cap. But I'm telling you right now, they waiting for you to fuck up again. Yeah, the spotlight is on you, right? Right. Oh, they will love, I repeat, they will love if you messed up again. Addison, oh, they waiting for you to get into a certain situation, a fight, something, DUI. They want something to happen so they can say, oh, I told you so. I told you so, and all that. Oh, I told you get rid of Addison. Bad move, Brzezinski. Bad move, O'Connell, etc., 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 man. Bitch, yeah. Don't you see it, Addison? But even though even with all the bullshit being spread through the media, through the fan base, boom, I'm glad Rob Brzezinski didn't listen to it. They understand what true talent is, what pure talent is. Does Addison need to stay out the way, stay out of trouble? Hell yeah. But at the end of the day, let's not forget how talented he is. Hasn't even reached the pinnacle yet. He still has more developing, growing, developing to do, dog. Period. He's still learning the game, so to say. But motherfuckers wasn't saying all this when he was balling his rookie year. Yeah, when he stepped in for Jefferson and all that, y'all loved him then. I repeat, y'all loved him then. Oh, everybody's saying he's your 1B, he's your 1A. Oh, people was even saying trade Jefferson right now. Or what, you forget? Y'all forgot? Fuck that. I didn't forget not a damn thing. You hear me? Early. I remember the time when they were saying, we got Addison now. Trade Jettas. Get a haul for Jettas. Don't y'all remember that? Everybody was saying it damn near. Heavy, bro. I would never vouch for no shit like that. Period, dog. Huh? Most of them who was saying it is punk chumps early. Just like they're waiting for Addison to mess up, they're waiting for Jefferson to mess up as well. No cap. Huh? But see, good thing about Jettas is seems like he really just stays zoned in and locked in to football. Now, I'm sure he got shit going on the outside, going on, you know, life outside of football, of course. You know the other situation with that with that bimbo hole and all that. You dig me? You get my drift? But at the end of the day, if you're a real GM, huh? A respectable GM, huh? You understand, you observe Addison and you don't and you say, hey, we got to keep him in the building. You damn right we picking up his fifth year option. You damn right. Same with Jonathan Grenard. You don't rush and trade him if you can keep him potentially. You don't get him out of there just cause. You work the numbers. I mean, how long Brzezinski been working the numbers around yonder? So he has a certain level of expertise at his job, of course. Period. You know, for years, everybody been saying what Rob Brzezinski can get it done. Brzezinski can get it done. Huh. Bitch, yeah. So what we really talking about around here? But shout out to Brzezinski, man. I feel like he's done a great job thus far. Now he has to keep it going. Got to keep it going, bro, because this is the major test coming up Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, however many days the draft lingers on, whatever the case may be. This is where he makes his bread and butter. Huh? I repeat, this is where he makes his bread and butter. No cap. Broski Bear in the building. Broski Bear in the building. What up, big dog? Here we go. My dog Broski in the building early, man. Let's get it, man. School vibes. Oh, yeah. Once again, you come in the chat. Make sure you like it up. Make sure you fire them comments up. Fire the chat up every damn time. Like, comment, and subscribe as well. Share this with any and everybody you know for sure. Here we go. Take the take the coke and lead the cash. Shot us. Big facts, no cap, broski. Big facts, no cap. You dig me? You get my drift, huh? You know what's going on. Huh? Yeah, broski better know what the fuck going on. Here we go, man. SKOL VIKES. Yeah, bro. Here we go, man. Broski Bear in the building, dog. You know what the hell going on, man. Top shotter, man. Top shotter, huh? You understand? One romp with me, eh? One romp with the big boy. Here we go, man. Let's fucking get it, man. They want romp with big SKOL, eh? Yeah. Yeah, me break them, eh? Me break them, yeah, man. Here we go. I break them all, man. Fuck going on, man. I fucking break them, you understand? No cap, man. Heavy. Here we go, bro. Real shit. Here we go. So this is Rob Brzezinski once again. Rob Brzezinski once again. Let's get it. Now the big question before I dive into it is Rob just capping and yapping? Is he JT? Is he just talking? We're gonna find out right now for sure. Here we go. 1 second. We go. So
finance data. So I can spot a budget leak.
Not just with the draft, but, with the entire offseason program. I really want to go through and name everybody's name. Not just with the draft.
What's up with the media, dog? He just came right in. Came right in. No intro, no boom, boom, no nothing. Yeah. He just came right in, ain't it? Damn. I mean, damn. Can we get an intro? Can we get an intake, outtake? I mean, damn. Huh? Motherfucker came right in yapping. I'm talking about early, quickly, and swiftly. No hesitation, baby. SKOL VIKES. That's how you feel, Rob? Bet. Here we go. They said they couldn't even give Rob the damn intro, dog. Early. Well, damn. Here we go.
But, with the entire offseason program, I really want to go through and name everybody's name. And it feels so good when you hear your name, but I don't want to miss anybody. And it's everybody from our scouting staff all the way down through medical training, equipment, operations, player engagement, family engagement, football information systems, everybody. I'm probably forgetting somebody. And you all know who I'm talking to. I appreciate each and every one of you so much and love you. And thank you for all the hard work and the effort, these last couple of months. And I'm also very grateful for the support, from the organization, starting with the owners, the football staff, KO. I mean, KO has been phenomenal. He's been a great partner. He's a great friend. Couldn't have been more grateful to work this process with him. And the coaching staff, they've been, I just feel like they've been so supportive. And, that's been awesome.
Chevy trucks are as dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. They don't need permission to get going. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
So you guys are just like State Farm, right?
It's been a long process, for us, and it feels like
See this here. Kind of trippy to say it though, right? But this is kind of like damn near a new era for the Vikings in the new era, right? Here. I repeat it again. This is kind of like a new era for the Vikings while still in the new era, new regime, all that. But with the abrupt firing of Quasi, they hire old boy from Seattle. You know his name, Matt something, but very experienced in building solid Super Bowl caliber rosters. They bring in Rob Brzezinski, very shocking that he will run the draft, but surprisingly so, he's had a solid free agency class. He's done a great job in free agency so far, like I've been saying the whole time. So it's obvious, it's very evident he knows what he's doing to a certain extent. I mean, man, if he can win this draft, he might need to be your GM. Oh, yeah, he might just need to be your GM, depending on how this draft goes for sure. Come on, bro. Because at the end of the day, guess what? Is this his audition right now? Is this his interview right now? Free agency, draft, boom. So what happens if the Vikings have a great draft? Class great, build a team, headed in the right trajectory, etc. Does everybody be quiet then? Do we look more at Quasi then and say, hey, maybe Quasi was one of the main issues? Because we know his drafting was a conundrum for real. I'm not gonna say, oh, Quasi didn't draft those guys. What? Cap, bro. Stop the damn cap. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Quasi was the GM. Quasi was the head of the draft for 4 fucking years, and every year was piss poor. You get some players here, you get some players there, of course. You give him Dallas Turner, cool. You give him McCarthy, cool. I'm stamping that early. Give McCarthy a fair chance and watch him ball. Lock in, nine. Lock in, nine. Guess what? They don't want to see you shine. Here we go. Yeah, bruh. But Quasi had his time, had his chances, and I'm gonna leave it at that. And Quasi still has yet to speak up about anything. So Cat got his tongue, Trap got his tongue, whatever. For some reason, he ain't saying jack shit. So bet I'm not vouching for Quasi anymore. Right? Boom. I'm no longer gonna sit here and continue to say, hey, they did Quasi wrong. They did Quasi dirty. They tore Quasi down. Shit, Quasi around yonder in San Francisco. San Francisco picked him up, carried him a little bit. Cool, respectably. Respect type shit. He got history there, people there, respect there, love there, for real. So we go there, get him a little office job. It's all good. He's not ready to be a GM yet. And if that's the case, that's cool. But let's stop sitting here and saying, oh, Quasi was just this big scapegoat. No, McCarthy is a scapegoat for sure. You understand? Quasi was even in on the sabotage of McCarthy, so to say, when he got up there and said that bullshit, no bullshit. At the presser, the first presser after the off season, he was on some bullshit, no bullshit. You hear me? Yeah, bro. So at the end of the day, this is like a new era for real. And I ain't gonna sit here and cap. There's a lot of questions. We know KOC was piss poor last year, but maybe this was the refresher the Vikings need. Maybe KOC will recognize and say, hey, let me think about it, bro. Let me look at myself for a minute, bro. Self-respect, self-scout, and all that. And maybe he will really sit back and say, I need to be a better play caller. If not, give it up, dog. Heavy. Maybe he understands now that he needs to run the damn ball, that he needs to cater to McCarthy. Yeah. You got to give him a slight edge, right quick. Give him a slight benefit of the doubt and all that for sure. Because last few games of the season, he did change his ways. Now he reverted back here or there, but he's still growing too, going through a process as well. Dealing with certain things on the field, off the field, etc., and all that. But at the end of the day, it's his job to do his damn job. But this is sort of like a refresh button, click, boom, here. You hear me? Refresh, click, boom. And what will the Vikings do with it? But going into the draft, knowing Brian Flores probably will have some say too, I gotta say, bro, I feel pretty damn good right now about what they will do this draft coming up. Yep. Period, bro. Now they still gotta prove it, but what Rob has done, I gotta give him his credit. Gotta give him credit for real. If we want to compare what Quasi did his first year to what Rob did his first year, whatever, you give Rob the win as far as free agency goes. You understand? Heavy. Now that second year free agency, Quasi balled the fuck out. That's the year he got who? Cashman, Ginkle, Grenard, all at the same time. That was brilliant. Gotta give him that. That was very brilliant. But after that, downfall. Quasi was very inconsistent at his job, right? Boom. Everybody hyping, bigging up Hargrave and Allen. They were piss poor. Now, I shouldn't say piss poor. They performed well at times, but they didn't do enough. They didn't meet the expectations, period. Then you got that chump punk Hargrave who go to the Packers. Not only that, his Swiss cheese punk ass head, but he want to go there and try to low key disrespect, be flown a low for show for some bullshit ass dodo, huh? He want to get up there and act like Brian Flores scheme was the problem. No, bitch, you couldn't do your job, bitch. You hear me, huh? Then me and you on the field, mano a mano, Javon Hargrave. Matter of fact, tomorrow, boy, 10 a.m., be there or be square. I put you on your head top, make your head drop heavy. I put you on your neck, big boy. You want to romp with me, eh? You want to romp with the Rasta, eh? Huh? You want to romp with the young lion, huh? I break you, boy. You understand? I break them. Score Vikes. Fuck going on around here, man. Here we go. We go, man. Let's get to it, bro. So shout out Rob Brzezinski in the building. Finish strong, Rob. Finish fucking strong. Here we go. Score Vikes.
Like here we are at the home stretch. It's a big week for us. Obviously, our goal is to get this right, and we will. And we're ready to go. So, with that, fire away.
Rob, just in terms of working with KO, just how much has that helped you?
Into the media, huh? Into the damn media, huh? Can y'all ask some real questions for real, for once? Can y'all ask some real questions, baby? Maybe. How the hell Tayton Everett, big fine ass, asking more tougher questions than y'all punk ass, you punk chomps, huh? Grown men scared to ask a coach a certain question, huh? Pussyfooting around the question and all that. Ask these dudes some real questions, bro. Period. Can we hear about some draft plans, please, dog? Huh? Can we hear about McCarthy, please, dog? Especially when KOC get around yonder. Can we get some JJ McCarthy questions? And is it a fair competition for real question? And KOC, are you gonna do your damn job and cater to your quarterback for once? Give him the same respect and same effort you gave to Kirk Cousins and Sam Darnold, huh? That you gonna give to Kyler Murray, huh? And Carson Wentz ass and all that. Why the hell ain't McCarthy getting fair treatment in this punk ass system, huh? You chomp punk. 1 minute you love him, next minute you hate him. What is it, dog? Huh? What is it? Can you coach a full 4 quarters one time in your life, KOC? I repeat, Holmes. Can you coach a full 4 quarters one time in your damn life? I'm so serious, so sincere. Yeah, man. Period. We go.
Or comfort level of sliding into a new role and having him there with the relationship you guys have built?
Yeah, I mean, it's always about the people, and he's just a great person, and he's a great colleague. He's a great leader. And I just feel like we have really good synergy. Me working with the personnel staff and the football staff, and KO with the coaching staff, getting alignment on both sides, and then working together to get alignment, amongst us. And that's, really been going well.
To what extent did you guys, as you were working through logistics,
I like that, man. You say working on alignment, working together, etc., bro. Here we go, bro. SKOL Vikes.
for those 3 days? Like, did you change things that you guys have historically done in terms of just who's doing what, who's sitting where, like who's in the room, who's not in the room, those just type of real specific logistics? Is it pretty similar to what you've done before? Or?
Pretty similar. Yeah, you won't see a lot of changes like within the room. Some of the responsibilities would be different, obviously. But by and large, the setup will be the same.
Have discussions changed, Rob? Like just as far as approach to the board being set, who gets to say, I guess, as well. But just as far as like the preparation for the draft approach with Kwesi now gone and you in, has that changed or been altered?
I don't want to get into specifics of how we've done things, but we have done some things differently. But, by and large, it's just about good communication, working together, getting the board set, and just having thorough discussion. Some of the cadence and some of the things we have done in the past are different this year, but it's really about the communication and getting them lined up and getting it right.
And here, when he says that, you understand when he says that type shit, like I need it to be real communication. You hear me? Heavy. I need it to be real, authentic, legitimate communication throughout the whole, not just the draft, but the whole year, the rest of the off season, training camp, OTAs, etc., bro. They have to be on the same accord, have to be on the same page, right? Period. Obviously, KOC, Kwesi, Flores, Kwesi, we're not on the same page at all. Wills included. And that's a damn shame if you the Wills and you don't even know what's up, what's going on. I mean, damn, how much time is you really in New York, Holmes? No cap. Bring your ass back to the city sometime and all that. Check in on your team, on your GM, on your coaches, see what's really going on. But hell, they didn't know about what the hell was going on with Mike Zimmer and Spielman, right? Boom. Yeah, they didn't know that shit till late. How the hell you find out a year later? The hell going on around here? So your quarterback, your head coach and your GM beefing, and you don't know nothing about it. It's friction every day. You don't know nothing about it. Mike Zimmer walking around that bitch, making players feel uncomfortable, etc., and he don't know nothing about it. Because they somewhere in New York City trying to look pretty and shit, huh? In the strip club throwing ones and sucking on titties. Huh? So what the hell going on around here, man? Can we go win? Can we go win a motherfucking Super Bowl for real? Yeah. Can we develop a quarterback for real? Yeah. Huh? Can we utilize JJ McCarthy's powerful fucking arm the whole damn season? Please. Can we stop this K1 Kyler Murray bullshit talk and focused on 9 KOC? Please, dog. All this Kyler Murray chatter. Crowning Kyler Murray. I hope you're not listening to the bullshit, KOC. Because you've been one to listen to bullshit as well, Holmes. No cap. Oh, yeah. Hell to the yeah. KOC has been known to listen to bullshit, as the great Nick Saban would say, the rat poison. Yeah, KOC's been known to bring in, suck in, inhale in, take in, eat good, all the rat poison in history. Understand? Heavy. He has even let it influence him on the sidelines with play calling and all that. Period, bro. Heavy. Come on now. And you telling me 4 years and he ain't locked in yet. Come on, man. Here we go. Northfield's in the building. What up, big dog? My dog North's in the building, man. Let's get it, man. SKOL Vikes. Broski Bear say there's Vikings fans on other channels who say Kwesi had no responsibility and was just a scapegoat. I find it hard to believe the GM wasn't responsible for draft picks. There you go. There you go, Broski, right there. You hear me, Broski? Heavy. It's no longer no more room, no more reason or need. Give me 1 second, man. There we go. Hold on. or no reason or need to give Kwesi the benefit of the doubt anymore. You can't sit here and say 4 years he didn't have no say. He just sitting there with no say. What? And all of the moves look like a Kwesi move, some dumb shit Kwesi would do. Every time he explained it, a dumbass analytical move. Really? Early, man. So we know what it is. We know what it ain't. But I'm no longer going to sit here and say Kwesi ain't have no say. It wasn't his drafts. What? Fuck out of here. It was, period, dog. And he ain't spoke yet. He ain't spoke up for himself yet. Mark Wolfton got up there on the podium, disrespected him, said he didn't feel comfortable moving forward with him, why they fired him, etc. Gave you all type of subliminals around that motherfucker. And y'all telling me Kwesi ain't spoke up yet to speak up as a man for himself, right? To speak up for him, his reputation, his loyalty, his work ethic, how he produces. You hear me? Early. Because at the end of the day, guess what? Kwesi looking real bad, period. That's why he ran back over there to the Niners. They put him back up in the office so he wouldn't be jobless out there. You know, that's a buddy system, heavy. You know, just like KOC is protected at the highest scale, well, Kwesi is protected as well, and other GMs and coaches, etc. You know, certain teams won't let you look a certain way. Certain buddy, pals won't let a certain GM or certain coach go out a certain way. Period, dog. Early. And in a certain sense is kind of respectable. You know, it's kind of a certain level of protection that you respect. Even though a lot of them motherfuckers piss poor and it's a good old buddy system, but they respect and take care of their buddies. And they don't care how nobody feel about it for real. You understand? Heavy. Oh man, come on, bro. You know it. Shit. You know it. But at the end of the day, Kwesi ain't said shit. And everybody's just trying to say, oh, Kwesi was the scapegoat. Kwesi was the scapegoat. Show me proof. Show me facts. Put in real effort to show me proof and show me facts. Tell them that, Broski Bear. Come with some real evidence, heavy. Let Kwesi say he was a scapegoat, heavy. Then speak about it. But until then, stop trying to just save Kwesi, man, early. I'm not saying Kwesi was all bad. He put the Vikings in a nice position as far as acquiring certain free agents at young ages, still in their prime and all that. Blake Cashman, Grenard, Van Ginkel, etc. The Vikings have been able to build around these guys here. Jalen Redmond is one as well. You understand? So, but we know the drafts, he's been piss poor, atrocious. All the hype that was around him, the chatter around him. No, bro. He didn't hit the mark at all. Period. Here we go. Let's get back to it, bro. Here we go. Black Iron Pot Records in the building. What up, big dog? Here we go. What up, brother E? You're right. This is a pivotal season for the Vikings. This team has always been a playoff caliber or playoff ready team. The Vikes must return to a competitive level this year. Big facts, no cap, man. The Vikings have had good rosters for years. Even during the Zimmer era, man, especially later in the Zimmer era, for real. Great rosters on paper, never proved it on the field. I repeat, they had great rosters on paper, never proved it on the damn field when they get real. Yeah. Been watching this game long enough to know there's a lot of idle talk. Coaches speak, players speak, and throwing out the new catchphrases. Bottom line is wins and losses. There you go. Black Iron Pot Records in the building, Holmes. Heavy. How many you win? How many you lose, bro? Right? Playoff time, guess what? You can't lose one. Big facts, no cap. Broski Bear say Saban the Bulldog killer. You know, they don't want to admit it, Broski Bear, but you know. Oh, that'll piss a Georgia fan off, boy. That'll piss a Georgia fan off so motherfucking bad. Roll Tide, man. Roll Tide. You hear me? Ain't nothing rolling but the damn tide. Yeah, with it, bro. Here we go. My dog Dell in the building. Dell in the building. What up, Holmes? Heavy. SKOL Vikes. Here we go. Here we go, man. SKOL Tide, no doubt, man. SKOL Tide. Let's get it. Let's get back to the boy Rob. Let's get it, Rob. Let's get it, bro. SKOL Vikes.
Been in the room for a while now, draft night. Have you thought about that first draft call and how you need to prepare for that, or what you're going to say?
Not really. I mean, it's this is a group effort. You know, we're going to make that selection as the Minnesota Vikings family, and you know, it's exciting. You know, obviously to be in this position. You know, it's an awesome honor and opportunity, and looking forward to it. But it's definitely an organizational, you know, decision.
Rob, when you look just overall at having 9 picks and having 4 in the top 100, what does this draft mean for you guys in the structures from a roster building standpoint?
It's important. The draft is the lifeblood of what we do, you know, and so our goal is, you know, is to.
I like that, Rob. I like that, Rob. I like that out you, Rob. Heavy. I'm liking that in you, Rob. Heavy, dog. You hear me? No cap. Like how you speaking, Rob. Finish though, Rob. Finish strong, baby. Early. SKOL Vikes. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it, Rob. Come on now, Brzezinski. Fuck. Yeah. Rob know what's up. He said it's the identity, man. You hear me? The identity, dog. All that. Yeah, bitch, yeah. Here we go.
Get it right, and we will. You know, it's an inexact science, but you give yourself the best chance by going through a good process and, you know, have good communication, you know, like we've talked about before, just getting it lined up the right way and getting it lined up objectively. And I mean, honestly, I think the board kind of falls to you. We're working through some different hot spots, you know, things that we think, you know, may be there that we're going to need to be prepared for. And I think we're in a good spot with respect to that.
With it's going from 10 minutes to 8 minutes between picks in the first round. Does that?
No, most of the time, Dave, you're just killing time. It's just like.
Hey, I'm glad they shortened that shit up. I ain't gonna cap. They taking all damn day back there. I mean, damn, 10 minutes for a pick. Man, speed this shit up. Hurry this shit up, man. There's people who got to get up in the damn morning, huh? Y'all taking 10 minutes to make a pick? They should have dropped it down to damn 5. Jive turkey punk chomps trying to steal some extra ratings and all that. Hurry that damn shit up, man. Here we go. The hell going on around here? The NFL tripping. 10 minutes for a pick, bruh. Cut that shit down even more. 10 minutes, 8 minutes. Go to 5 now, dog. The hell going on around here? Come on now, Goodell. Hell wrong with you, bruh. Here we go. Let's get it. 10 minutes to make a pick, bruh.
You know, just that's for TV and all that. We could get these picks done pretty quick. Yeah.
Chevy trucks are as dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. They don't need permission to get going. They all have that little extra something, and maybe you got it too. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Rob, have you enjoyed this? Like this, you've been here for a long time, but I mean, this clearly is a step in a different direction, just the whole process and I don't know, the pressures that go with it. Have you enjoyed being in this role?
I just love working with the people. I do. I mean, I have enjoyed the process. You know, as far as, I mean, I've been doing this so long, Judd, you know, I've seen, you know, a lot. I haven't seen everything, but I've seen a lot. I just enjoy working with the people. What I enjoy is consensus building, you know, the collaboration, you know, getting everybody aligned. And also when there is an alignment, trying to find, you know, that alignment and understand how different people see things differently. A lot of times they see it the same, but once you translate it, you realize everybody's on the same page. They just might be grading different, or they might just be describing it different. But I just love the process.
Yeah, what's the main goal at the end of the day? I don't care what differences you have. Is everyone's main goal in the room, in the building, to win a Super Bowl? Is that the ultimate damn goal? That's all that matters. Huh? Different point of view, different disagreements, whatever. Is the ultimate goal for the Vikings to win a Super Bowl? And if that's everybody's goal, the rest of that shit don't matter at all. Here we go, bro. SKOL Vikes. Let's go win, bro. Stop playing with them, man. Come on.
Of team building, you know, and just working through that aspect of it.
Rob, have you received any more like unsolicited opinions from friends and family on who we should draft this year with this new position?
Not really. I mean, what's so cool is, you know, we talk about it all the time. You know, the fan base here is there's people can say what they want about fans all over the world. The Minnesota Vikings fans are the most supportive and the most passionate, and honestly, it drives.
Yeah, he know it. There you go, Rob. He know it. You know how we coming. He know it. Let's get it, man. SKOL Vikes. Here we go, man. Yeah, you know it. Here we go. Heavy.
Us, you know, every day and what we do when we're making these decisions, because we know, you know, we want to give our fans something to be proud of and to cheer for, and one day, you know, get to the pinnacle, you know, of what we're doing. And it's definitely motivating.
Where would you say you guys stand with Jonathan Grenard at this point?
I mean, JG's a great player. I mean, I expect JG to be here.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, for you JG haters. Yeah, huh? For you JG haters, dog. Yeah, talking about let JG go. This and that. Trade JG. Brzezinski no talent, baby. Brzezinski no talent, baby. Huh? He ain't saying it for no reason. He like Grenard to be there. He expect Grenard to be there. Bitch, yeah, you hear me? Early. Everybody saying trade Grenard. Why ain't Brzezinski the cat man saying trade Grenard, Holmes? Heavy. Huh? Everybody who's saying trade Grenard, tell me why the cat man, the master cat man, revitalizing the cat room and shit. How the fuck, how come he ain't saying trade Grenard or get rid of Grenard and all that, bruh? Huh? How come he didn't say get rid of Addison and all that, since y'all talking about guapino, money, federale linguino, cheddar, bread and butter, fettuccine linguine, baby, Denali, motherfucker? Huh? The man in charge of the money, who run the money, who been running the show for 30 plus years. He ain't said one damn time that he want JG out the build. Huh? He ain't say one time he want him out the damn building, Holmes. Heavy. You hear me? Here we go. Let's go, Rob. Let's go, Rob. He know talent when he see it. He know it. Here we go, man. SKOL Vikes. Stop playing. No bullshit. Here we go.
Here, you know, it's like there's all this speculation. There's been speculation. There's conversations that take place with respect to players all the time on rosters. And for some reason, sometimes some things get public and other times they don't. But, he's a really good player and a special person and a leader. And we're really happy he's a part of our team.
Rob, when it comes to 2027 now to the future, you've kind of mentioned that a few times when we've chatted with you. How difficult is it when you're going into a draft to try to project a year forward, even though you know that whoever you bring in will need development time and things like that? Like, how do you weigh the future projections?
We were just in a meeting before we came down here, and that's part of it. You're always trying to balance that. And such a big thing in our league is having a path for your draft picks to play, especially your early picks. You want them on the field. And that's ideal. But there's also a world where you have to identify what the role is year one, but also what the bigger picture is, down the line. And so it's always a balance. And that's what we're talking about, what our needs are, in 2026, and then what our needs are in 2027 are two very different things. And so it's a process of, balancing those two things.
Serve your town, support your church, plus get your first paying client within 90 days, guaranteed.
And I like the fact he's looking at it that way as well. Thinking about 26 for sure in the moment, but understanding, because with the NFL, you have to think about your roster full spectrum year round, etc. You must think about players who will come, stay, go, whatever. So I'm glad he's looking at it for 2026, but not only 2026, 27 as well. In this case, in this situation, he should. Let's go, Rob. Lock in. Take it over, Rob. Take it over, dog. Let's get it, bro. Brzezinski, man, the damn cap dog, cap space guy, Brzezinski. Turn it into the GM overnight. Huh? He may damn well win the draft this year. Solid free agency. Is this guy right here your next GM? I mean, is this his interview, like I said earlier, Holmes, right now? Period, bro. It damn well could be for sure. And depending on how this draft goes, you got to ask yourself the question, would you be mad? Would you be mad? Here we go.
We've talked a little bit about him, I know already, but with Matt Thomas coming in, like, how helpful has that been for you? But then also just how has he kind of meshed with a group that's been together for a long time?
He's just such a special human being. I mean, he's one of the most talented, if not the most talented executives I've ever been around in this.
Matt Thomas that's his name, Matt Thomas, right? Right. Yeah. Old boy from Seattle. Sure. Let's get it, bro. Collaboration, communication, all that. Here we go.
Business. And again, I can't say enough about him just dropping everything in his life. It was a retirement life, so it's not like, he had a pretty good life. But and to just move to Minnesota and be here to support this organization, and Emily, has been to the extent I'm kind of jealous. I mean, those two are hanging out and I'm like, what? I'm like the guy left out. Now he's been amazing, and he's also been he's got such great people skills. And it's just fun seeing different, staff members gravitate to him. And it's kind of like Grandpa Matt.
Yeah, Robin, when you talk about trying to get things right, can you define that a bit more? Because I mean, the draft, you don't get starters day one. So I think when people hear that, it's a little bit like, okay, what in your mind does that mean?
Well, I mean, it's you want every pick to play and be successful. That's obviously not the case, and there's a lot of reasons why that happens, and things we discuss every day to try to make sure our picks do work out. I think you give yourself the best chance by having a good process. And I've said it before, it's just getting the board stacked objectively based on talent. And then on draft day, you can work to fill your needs. And we've been talking a lot about best player available. That doesn't mean you're automatically just going to take the highest graded player on your board. And I think we talked about the example before. Buffalo is not taking a quarterback. I don't care who is on the board. They're not taking a quarterback. And so what we do is once we have the board stacked, hopefully objectively based on ability, then we identify who are the best fits for the Minnesota Vikings. But we want to make sure that we're not passing a unique talent to fill a need for today. You know, a player that might not have the most impact in 2026, but could be a cornerstone for 2027. And then we just look for the right fits. Who do we want to be a Minnesota Viking? All those other things outside of what you see on tape. You know, those that gives you the best chance to be successful. Bringing in all the information, being objective, not trying to fix the process ahead of time. I think that gives you your best chance to be successful.
Rob, you talked a number of times through this process about stacking the board objectively. Where did that principle, I guess, become so important to you?
I just, you know, just all my years of observing the process within, I'm talking about league wide. I'm not even talking about, you know, the Viking. It's inherent to try to, you know, the draft is supply and demand. You can't manufacture what's not there. But when you have needs and you're trying to fill needs, you're looking always glass, you know, half full, and you're going to see what you want to see in certain players where you have needs. And it's just, the process is just about being objective as possible and just having honest conversations. That's just kind of it, you know?
How would you characterize
bro? Damn mute shit, bro. Damn Mike, dog. Damn fucking mute Mike, man. But like I was saying, Rob Brzezinski, bottom line is do your fucking job, man. That's the thing. That's what it is, bro. All that other shit don't matter. Do your job. Tell your scouting team, do your job. Period. And as far as the whole best player available thing go, he made a good point saying Buffalo wouldn't draft a quarterback in the first round if he was the best player available. Of course. No shit, Sherlock. Shit. Of course it needs to make sense. Damn, dog. Here we go. In the building. Kwesi's final press conference said it all. He admitted to having sleepless nights due to his decisions. He basically fell on his own sword. Hey, Black Iron, maybe, dog. Maybe. You hear me early, dog. No big facts, no cap. Looking at his history, we've always been behind the 8 ball when it comes to the cap. Yeah. Fucking cap space, bro. No doubt. I smoked a whole chicken last night. Pollo tacos, baby. Good shit. Good shit, Norris. Good shit, dog. No cap. They say, Mike, okay. I say good now, bet. Let's get it, man. But yeah, Rob Brzezinski, like, just do your job, bro. Communicate, collaborate, etc. Go, man. Let's get back to it.
Your needs.
We have a lot of them, like, every team does. We look through our roster, and it's, when you get to the draft, I think, again, to use, the Buffalo example, there's not too many needs that you don't have on your team. So it's more about trying to rule out the obvious and keeping, a wide net cast, for all the other positions.
Rob, what's something you've learned about yourself for this process that you didn't know previously?
That I could stand up here in front of the media? No, that's a good question. I'd have to process that. I think it just reinforces just,
Don't do the most, Rob. Don't do the most, Rob. You hear me? Heavy. Here we go, man.
how much success in anything in life has to do with the people. If you don't have good people and the right people, that's what it's all about. And it's just reinforced to me with just what a great organization we have, the talented people we have within our organization. And it's just, it's been a lot of fun, working with everybody.
Rob, is it easier to predict
Oh, shit, here we go.
what's going to happen ahead of you whenever there's apparently so few quarterbacks, just the one?
Yeah, you never know. I mean, like in today's world, you can look through all these mock drafts. There's so much information out there. So back in the day, to try to find out where everybody was going to go, you spent a lot of time on the phones and all that. And, there's value to that. But, if you're getting information, you're given information. So now with all these mock drafts and all that, it sort of helps you get a sense of how, generally the public or the market in general might be seeing players. I forgot, what was the point of the question?
Easier or harder to predict?
Oh, to predict. Yeah. So, right. So it depends where you are in the draft too. Like where we are in 18, you're just trying to project. Again, it's based on the talent, and then you're trying to project how they fall. And then we're trying to cluster a group of players that we would like to target at 18 and try to get them stacked and ranked, the way that we'd like to take them. It's you never know what's going to happen in the draft. You just try to.
Mm-hmm. Right. The draft is always moving, bro. You never know. We've seen crazy shit happen in the draft. No cap. A player you may think a player will be there. He's not there any longer. You gotta adapt, revamp some shit, bounce back. So they may have to deal with that this year. I mean, hopefully not. At least not too many damn times for real. But at the end of the day, it's certain things that just come with the territory of the draft, baby. Teams going against you, trying to wait and see what the hell you're going to do. Trades happen, etc. Players come off the board. You may have not expected to at a certain point in time of the draft. So they're going to have to be able to adapt as well. That's where deep dive scouting comes in, bro. During your scouting thoroughly, researching players thoroughly, heavy. Having a list of what to do, what you will do, what player you will draft if this, that happens. Period. That's how you do it, dog. Early. And I'm sure Rob Brzezinski knows that, or he should know that. Something Kwesi never fucking did. Matter of fact, Kwesi put himself in tougher situations. He could have just drafted Kyle Hamilton. He trying to make a big deal about it. So-called trade this, trade that, and try to look analytically correct, and he fucked up. He could have had damn near Kyle Hamilton or Jameson Williams early. He could have had J-Mo around that bitch. Period. But it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. We're gonna see how Brzezinski does, man. My dog North say we gotta nail this draft. Big facts, no cap. Norse, big facts, no damn cap. Holmes, heavy for real. You have to nail this, bro. You have to. There's no way around it. You have to. If they don't nail this drafts, you're looking at years of just, man, Maybe not even being stuck in playoff first round territory, purgatory, whatever, you know? They have to win this draft, bro. No cap. Here we go.
Have all the conversations ahead, particularly at 18 and in the first round. You can have almost every conversation as far as who may or may not be there. I think as you move down through the draft, through the rest of the rounds, you just kind of have to let the board come to you. You can't play out every potential scenario that could be there, as you move through the draft.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
So that's it for the Rob Brzezinski breakdown first segment. I think next we will do shake it up a little bit, shake it up a little bit. I want to go with Justin Jefferson, bro. I want to see what Jetta's got to say. No cap, no way. Huh? And it feels real good that Jetta's is speaking at this time as well. I can't wait to see what he says about McCarthy. I expect him to protect McCarthy, stamp McCarthy, etc. I expect him to speak up for McCarthy, etc. Heavy. Like I say, this is a new era in the new era. And I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. The more and more moves I'm seeing being made, the more and more I believe in them in this draft. Yeah, bro. Like I said, a refresh button was hit, and it could have been hit at the right time with Quasi and all that. No disrespect to him. And I'm not saying he should have been the only one fired. I still say KOC should have been fired too, but he wasn't, but he ain't. Period, bro. And at the end of the day, Holmes, guess what? He can make up for that piss poor season he had play calling, that piss poor season from the offense in general. He can make it up this year. You understand? Heavy, dog. No cap. So KOC is the man. He is your head coach, like it or not. But a refresh button was hit, and Rob Brzezinski came into the building. And right now, if I'm being honest, for real, shit, right now, I believe in Brzezinski to handle that Vikings business this Thursday. Yeah, for sure, no cap. Yeah, bro, heavy. Right here, right now, I believe Rob Brzezinski gonna handle that Vikings business the proper way. Him, Flores, KOC, Matt Thomas, etc. I believe Matt Thomas helped out a lot as well. Period. He knows how to build the team and roster for sure. But James Pierre, solid move, huh? Van der Mark, great move, huh? We're talking about as far as depth chart goes. Money move, solid. Jordan Addison didn't listen to the dumb shit from the fans. Jonathan Grenard, beautiful. Ain't listening to the dumb shit from the fans and all that. Heavy. They understand talent. That's why they said, hell yeah, we're going to pick up this fifth year option. What? Take the what and leave the what? So you heard what he said about JG right there. No cap. JG probably will remain in the building. You understand? Heavy. KOC said it damn near 2 weeks ago. He hinted to it. Why you think it's taking so damn long? If JG was going to go, don't you think he would have been gone by now? Period. Now, I understand certain shit could still happen in the draft, Holmes, but at the end of the day, ain't no way in hell he would have been here this long. And people talking about trade JG, trade JG. What? Do you know who JG is? Do you know what JG stands for? Huh? You hear me, dog? Heavy. Do you know what type of competitor Jonathan Grenard is? Nah, they don't know. They don't know, bro. The ones saying that, they don't know. Just like Addison. They don't know about him for real. Even though they was on his nuts heavy year one, when he came in and played for JETTAS and balled the fuck out, and Vikings went on a win streak until Kirk got hurt. The NFL got lucky that year. That's probably the only season with Kirk being a leader that the Vikings could have made a playoff run for real. Why? Because they was running the ball like a bitch as well. They were a physical team overall, and Kirk was playing great football. Great football, bruh. Period. But they forget that quickly and swiftly, man. Here we go. Let's get the Jettas, bro. Here we go. My dog Dre in the building. My dog Dre in the building. What up, Holmes? Heavy. He say this is crazy. What's that, Dre? What's that, bro? Expound in the boogie downtown. Oh man, Hu Yang in the building. There go Hu Yang, huh? You rang Hu Yang. You rang Hu Yang. Huh? No Ed and Eddie tonight, Hu Yang. You understand? No Ed and fucking Eddie tonight. You understand? Huh? Put some respect on the Vikings name tonight, Hu Yang. You hear me? I put you on your head top, make your head drop. Yeah, bitch, yeah. Score Vikes. Shout out Hu Yang in the building, bro. No cap. Here we go. Dre say the whole off season. It's real. It's really going down. It's really going down, man. It's just what it is. Just what it ain't. Hey, man. It's a new era in the new era. For real, no cap, man. No cap. Now let's get into this Justin Jefferson business. My dog Jettas, my brother, my spirit brother as well. You understand? Heavy. It's way bigger than football, baby. Early. But I broke that down a long time ago for sure. You ain't peep it, go back and peep it then. No cap. Score Vikes. Here we go, man. Yeah, man, for sure. My brother Jettas. We go. Show ass up. My brother Jettas, huh? Give me 1 second. I like the fact they're speaking though, and certain ones chose to speak. I like it. I love it. Matter of fact, I want some more of it. Everyone who needed to speak, everyone who we needed to hear from as Vikings fans going up into the draft, just to peep the energy, the demeanor, what's on their mind, how they're speaking. These are the right guys for the job right now. Jettas, all-star, superstar, period, captain, etc. The best receiver in the league, huh? No cap. Kevin O'Connell. Oh man, hey, bro, should be on the hot seat. A lot for him to prove and all that. Understand? Then you got Rob Brzezinski, maybe your next GM, calling all the shots, got all the pull right now. So they picked the perfect 3 for the job. Rob Brzezinski presser, solid. I like what I heard, no doubt. Now let's see what Jetta's got to say, bro. Period. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Start, what was your reaction when Kyler Murray signed and he committed the quarterback next year? That's when he's to start. What was your reaction when Kyler Murray signed and he committed the quarterback next year?
My first reaction was just, it's really good to kind of get some good talent in the room to kind of give a little spark in that room, to kind of see a competitive edge and from those guys to really lock in and to, do what we're expecting them to do, which is to come in and, to be that guy. And, we need that one guy for this team. So I'm definitely excited for that room, excited to see what those guys have in store for us in training camp.
Real shit, Jettas. Lock in, mate. Lock in, mate. My brother, mate. Heavy, huh? Yeah. Bitch, yeah. You hear me early. Huh? Hey, may the best man win. I keep saying, may the best man win and all that. For sure. May the best damn man win. Let's go, bro. Here we go, man. Let's get it. My dog Jettas in the building. Score Vikes. Here we go.
Process like as the Vikings started to bring in Kyler Murray? How looped in were you on those conversations?
Yeah, I mean, they told me about the different stuff they had going on, the people that they were looking at into maybe bringing in, or to at least come in for a workout or anything. So they kept me in the loop for some bit of it. Of course, not the whole thing and making that final decision to signing him, but definitely kept me informed. Definitely kept me in the loop into the different talent that we could possibly have in this building. So I appreciate them for that, for sure.
And talk about it.
As they should, right? As they should. You should keep JETTAS in the loop. Why wouldn't you keep JETTAS in the loop? What's the negative about keeping JETTAS in the loop? Nothing, right? You paid him the money for what? Because you believe in him. So you should want to make him happy, right? Right. Here we go. SKOL Vikes.
In competition, just being more competitive in that room. Just curious as a player how you look at that, knowing what Kyler's done in his career and the things that he's already sort of accomplished.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking for those, big, exciting plays. Definitely looking forward to his speed, his quickness, his arm strength that he's shown countless times over the years. And then it's just, for JJ, for somebody to enter that room with that type of ability, that type of talent, he's got to step it up a little bit. So it's good for him to, feel that type of pressure.
Hell yeah, bro. For sure. Like you say, step it up. And I believe 9 will definitely step it up. Ain't no doubt in my mind about that one right there. I feel like this is fuel to the fire for McCarthy. Exactly what he needed. Kind of slap him a little bit, wake him up a little bit and all that. But McCarthy will step up to the competition, step up to the plate. Period. He is the guy for the job. But JETTAS is absolutely correct. This has the potential to be an exciting battle. One of the greatest QB battles in Vikings history, baby, for sure. And I think if it's fair ball, fair play, a real battle, McCarthy will come out the victor, no doubt. Here we go. Let's get it.
And to really, lock in a little bit and say it's either now or, I'm going to take that backseat again. So it's all a competitive mindset when it comes to these type of things. So it's all about who's ready for that moment and who's ready to step up and take that initiative.
The Structure Motorized Pergola System is reinventing the way homeowners experience the outdoors.
Remember you talking about wanting to work with JJ this offseason. Just did you get a chance to do that?
Yeah, have been doing that, and it's been going very well. So just trying to continue meeting up with him, creating that time and creating that connection, building on those type of things, talking to him about the different things that he should work on, different things I should work on, and just keeping that connection and that relationship is the big thing. So we'll continue to do that, continue to work with, Kyler and all of the quarterbacks that I can work with, just so we know that connection is top tier when we start training camp.
So what else has your offseason looked like? What have you added to your training regimen or anything?
Yeah, I mean, nothing really too new. Just all about, of course, tapping in on the weaknesses that I have, focusing on the strengths that I have.
I ain't gonna cap though, right? Look like he gained some weight as well. Look like JETTAS gained a little bit of weight as well. Here we go. Good shit. Here we go. SKOL Vikes. Let's get it, bro. Heavy.
And just trying to figure out different ways that I can better my game in any sort that I can. If it's, working on my hand-eye coordination, working on my catching, working on my routes, working on just having to go through those double teams, having to go through contact, getting stronger in the weight room, all of those different type of things. So just taking a little bit pieces of each little thing and just adding it to my game.
How have you gone about trying to build a relationship with Kyler at the same time as you're working with JJ as well?
Yeah, I mean, Kyler's, a little bit new, so he's still kind of working into things, trying to figure out, everything here in Minnesota. So, now that we're kind of, back into the mix of things, back into the schedule, we're going to work a lot more now than, leading into this moment.
Hey, at what point too, does it become important, Justin, to know who the quarterback is going to be, just from the rep standpoint of you and that player? Because you can work with McCarthy and Kyler. I'm sure that they have their own styles and tendencies. At what point do you sort of need to know who's going to be starting, just to maximize your playing ability?
Yeah. I mean, that's literally a very difficult question because we're not really going to know that until after training camp. So it's just all about just working with them as much as I can, working and try to build that repetition over and over again. Because at the end of the day, I feel like it's more of a quarterback thing than it is a receiver thing. I mean, I see it out the hand and I catch the ball. You know, for them, it's just more of well, I would say for Kyler, just trying to time up my route running, how fast I'm running, how quick I'm running, how fast I'm getting out in and out of the breaks. So those are kind of the things that I feel like it's more for a quarterback than it is for a receiver.
Justin, when the Vikings signed Kyler, Kevin talked a little bit about his mobility and the way that can help maybe open things up.
Yeah.
Defenses have to think about that while they're trying to cover you. When you played with, whatever degree of mobile quarterbacks, how much have you seen that affect the way defenses play it? How much do you think that could help you out?
Yeah, it affects it tremendously. You know, it's a difference from somebody that's playing Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady type of quarterback from playing Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson. You know, it's a little bit different. You got to have a little bit.
No, for real, big facts. Totally different. Different weapon, different type of weapon, especially if you get the Kyler Murray of old. If you get that 2020 to 22 Kyler Murray. Oh, hell to the yeah. For real, Holmes. Bitch, yeah, it's a totally different animal. You got to prepare differently. Exactly. So, hey, bruh, depends on which Kyler Murray you are getting once again. Everybody seems to think that the Minnesota Vikings are getting getting a great Kyler Murray. The Kyler Murray that can run around, throw it around, throw cannons, same speed, same agility, etc. That's the main question. But guess what? I don't care which Kyler Murray you get for real, Holmes. Early, I feel like JJ McCarthy going to win. Shit, bro. We go. Score Vikes. Let's get back to it. Hey, you come in the chat. Make sure you fire the chat up. Like the chat up as well. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell as well, man. Support the grind, support the channel. No cap. Score Vikes. Here we go. Let's get it.
More people in that box, a little bit more people kind of eyeing them down, might have a quarterback contain, quarterback spy. So kind of all of those things kind of playing a part into those defenses and kind of allows us to, on the back end, go against those DBs and safeties and not have to rely on a whole bunch of double teams and those cloud coverages that we've been getting a lot of these past 2 years.
Justin, I know during Super Bowl week you were asked a lot about the quarterback play, how you guys probably maybe would have been in that conversation for the Super Bowl had you had Darnold. Do you feel like with the acquisition of Murray and the competition in that room, that puts you guys right back in those Super Bowl conversations?
Oh, yeah. For sure. Especially just like you said, sparking up that room a little bit and kind of seeing who's going to be that competitor, who's going to be that person that, is the last man standing at this situation. It's pretty exciting for me. I love those type of battles, that type of competition, because you see that in your quarterback. He
Now, when I say this this has the potential to be one of the best, greatest quarterback battles in Minnesota Vikings history, that's what I really mean. This could really be phenomenal. And I definitely understand what JETTAS is saying. Just the excitement it brings to the team morale, the boost it could give you, just the energy, a true competition, bro. Seeing who that real dog is, the leader of the pack is. Ain't nothing wrong with it at all. But it definitely hypes everybody up. And it's going to be other individual competitions hop off of this, that come off this right here. Because you got certain guys who drew the line in the sand, Holmes, so to speak, heavy. Byron Murphy Jr., he pretty much rolling with Kyler Murray. Jordan Addison, he pretty much rolling with 9. McCarthy, you hear me? Early. Jefferson, he ain't going to say it, but I'm sure he rocking with 9 more. But of course he got respect for Murray too. Of course he gonna put in work with Murray too, as he should, as he damn well should. Both guys should have a fair damn chance to win this QB1 job. And once again, like I said last night or yesterday in the live, yesterday morning, dog, early. I ain't got nothing against Kyler Murray. It's no disdain for Kyler Murray. No disrespect towards him, but it's Team 9 over here. And I don't like the way J.J. McCarthy has been getting done all season long, off season, the whole year. I don't like how he's been made out to be the scapegoat. Everybody talking about Kwesi was a scapegoat. Fuck that. McCarthy was the real scapegoat here. He's been a scapegoat since day fucking one, heavy. And Kwesi, after his first off-season presser, he was up there trying to talk about McCarthy again. Was in the same boat as O'Connell again, period. So McCarthy has been a scapegoat since day one, period, bro. No cap. But it's no disdain towards Murray. I must reiterate that every time. Like, hate Murray for what? Hate him for what, bro? But I'm not going to crown the motherfucker. We don't know who he is. You don't know which Murray you're getting. He could still be wanting to be a gamer type shit. He could care more about the game, the Xbox, the PS5, more than the game on the field. You hear me? Early. Shit, but that's what Vikings fans, Vikings media do. Crown anybody. Crown any damn body. So does it automatically put the Vikings back? Like, you got people saying the Vikings are Super Bowl caliber now just because they acquired Murray. No, it takes more than just Murray. You ain't even seen Murray take one snap in Minnesota yet, period. So let's wait and see what we get from Murray. Here we go. $410 RZA in the building. $410 RZA in the building. What up, dog? Let's get it, bro. Heavy. SKOL VIKES. Rob said KO is his friend. KO said Kwesi is his best friend. What the fuck is going on? Does that now prove KO did something behind the scenes to have his other friend Rob installed as GM after a Thielen trick? Hey, bro. Who knows what's going on, right? At the end of the day, only they know, right? Them and God know, huh? For sure, bro. Yeah. You hear me early. No cap. You know? Them, God, and the devil, right? Right. Heavy. Were they really friends? Are they really friends? Did Kevin O'Connell really say best friend with Kwesi though? 4010 in the building. Are you sure he said best friend, dog? Here we go. Shout out 4010 RZA in the building though, bro. SKOL VIKES. But it's a lot going on. Definitely a lot going on. Here we go. Let's get it.
Had a whole competition battle, the training camp leading into the season, and you know have everybody on his back and rooting for him and excited for him to you know go through the season. So I'm excited for that for sure. And we have great talent in that room. So especially for JJ to you know get that spark in him, and for Kyler to you know come from Arizona and you know continue that spark and to you know go through this new journey with him.
What was it like to see Sam win the Super Bowl?
It was phenomenal, honestly. I was very excited for him, very happy for him. He's been through a lot his whole entire journey. So, you know, for him to, you know, win this Super Bowl and for him to continue to, you know, be bright and to shine.
And, no hate towards Sam at all. Definitely no hate towards Sam Darnold is all. Respect to him. Shout out to him for winning the Super Bowl, period. Let's get him.
It was amazing. I was very, very happy for him.
Justin, what are your weaknesses?
You know, that's something I try to, you know, understand every single day. It's just I wouldn't say weaknesses, but you know, there aren't totally my strengths. So it just would be just locking in when I'm tired, and that's the most hardest part for any athlete is to lock in when they're tired at
Gotta stay locked in, bro. Heavy dog. Hey, gotta stay locked in, brother. You hear me? No cow. Hey, at same time, just like I told Metellus, my brother, I get you right. I get you right, Jettas. I got you, Jettas, for real, bro. Get at me, Holmes. Get at me. But hell yeah. Yeah, when you're tired, you gotta lock in even more, dog. You hear me? Period. Understand, bro? Let's go, Jettas. Lock in, dog, for real. You know it. Let's get it. You the best in the game, man. Let's get it. Like I say, get at me, bro. Shout out Jettas, man. North said exactly. KOC is a snake. Oh, here we go, bro. They say KOC the snake, man. Here we go, man. Yeah, man. One of the biggest improvements Jettas could make, I would say, is just continuing to get better off press off the line. And he improved last year, definitely, but just improve more and more for sure, bro. Period. That's probably one of the biggest things right now. But Jettas is the best in the game.
Their most vulnerable times, and then also keeping up my strength, making sure that I'm,
Dreaming stronger as well, getting that weight room or get stronger in general. Like I said, look like he gained a little bit of weight, so that's a good thing.
Of a custom home that's exactly how you want it? At America's Home Place, we've been building homes your way, on your land, for over 50 years. We're not just another home builder, we're
holding on the contact, making sure that I'm still fighting through those people that's trying to put hands on throughout my route running, and those defenses where it gets really physical. So just trying to maintain that.
How tough was it now reflecting back on 2025, because you played a ton, your stats were down, you don't really control that at your position. As you reflect on that now, how difficult was the season? Because it was a healthy season where you probably didn't maximize yourself, but it really wasn't
productive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. It was just one of those seasons that you can't really reflect on too much, but you can reflect on it in a good way, which is taking the good things, the positive things out of last season, and then continue to work on those things leading up until this next season. So it's just not really much to really think of negatively. Every single season is not going to be that 1,500, 1,800 plus yard season. So it just one of those learning curves, one of those things that you kind of just got to continue putting in that work, and then it's all going to pay off on the back end.
When you were working with JJ, what did that look like? Did you go out to California, or were you guys?
No, we was at a designated location.
What he said, and the boys put that work in, man. Them boys put that work in. That's probably the best news I've heard since this whole presser has been going on, for sure. But the fact him and McCarthy spent time together at a disclosed location, as he said, yeah, putting that work in, building chemistry, cohesion, and all that. That's a big plus for McCarthy and JETTAS. That's what they both needed. Yeah, straight up, bro. That's what they both damn needed. Build that bond together, understand each other. So McCarthy can really lead JETTAS, anticipate when he's making his breaks, when he's cutting up the field, cutting back, coming back to the ball, whatever. But that was very important that they spent a certain amount of time working together, man, in the off season. Very important, bro. I like it. Here we go. Who are the Vikings going to take at 18? Who knows, Powerhouse? Shout out Powerhouse in the building. But who are they going to take at 18? Shit, I hope they take Kenyon Sadiq. If not Kenyon Sadiq, Caden Proctor. Who you think, Powerhouse? Let me know. Who do you feel like the Vikings will draft at pick 18? Here we go. Let's get back to it.
We was at a good location. Some here in Minnesota, mostly here in Minnesota, but really just anywhere where we can meet up and can find time to really throw the ball to each other. And it really doesn't have to be that, having to run 30 different routes, but it's all about just, feeling the ball coming and seeing the ball coming out of his hand, and then just feeling the impact and the velocity of his football. So it's great to just get that.
I keep telling y'all that boy got an arm, man. You heard what Jetta said? Feeling the impact. It's an impact when his ball hit your hand, boy. It's fucking velocity when his ball hit your hand, boy. You want to talk about arm power, arm talent? He might have the strongest arm in the league, my boy. You hear me? Early. Yeah, I said it. What up? I stand on it 10 toes down. He might have it. He might have the strongest arm in the league. You talk about power. You see how Jetta's not only said it, but he smiled when he said it. JJ be letting that thing rip. Now he just got to learn when to contain it, take some heat off of it. And you talking about damn near shit. All pro every year. SKOL Vikes. Here we go. Powerhouse say Peter Woods, defensive tackle. I like Peter Woods. I like Peter Woods too, Powerhouse. No doubt. Yeah, bro. Shout out Powerhouse in the building. But Peter Woods, sneaky talent for sure. Sneaky talent for sure. Big boy can move. Big boy can move and groove. SKOL Vikes.
Timing down pack, of course, starting way earlier now than starting in training camp. So just getting a little head start, and it definitely feels good working with him for sure.
Just anything you noticed different with JJ at all? You mentioned the delivery speed. And mechanic wise, you noticed the change at all?
Mechanic wise, I feel like that's more of a KO's question. I'm not really looking too much of the mechanics, but I am looking at the timing of when he's throwing the ball, the location where he's throwing the ball at, and I feel like he's a lot more confident into where I'm going to be at, how fast I'm going to get there, what timing to throw that ball before I break. He's kind of.
Like I just said, bro, building the timing. Like I just said, building the chemistry, the connection, understanding when JETTAS will break, understanding when he's going to come out of his route abruptly or a little slower, a little faster, etc. This all comes with work, bro. Communication, all that. Like JETTAS just said, something they couldn't do last year. They didn't have the luxury to do it. Why? McCarthy was hurt, recovering, rehab, etc. But now this year, a healthy, full 100%, being 100% off season, working with John Beck, boom. We're looking at a totally different scenario. Lock in, 9. They don't want you to shine, dog. You hear me? Lock the fuck in and ball. SKOL Vikes. Here we go.
Understanding all of that, and just like I said before, it comes with time. It comes with just seeing it, repetition, and seeing it over and over again. So by this time next year, he's going to be an even totally different quarterback than he is now. So just trying to work with him every single chance that I get, trying to fix the little things that we can fix. But at the end of the day, he's not perfect, and we're not expecting him to be perfect. So just trying to get him as close to perfect as we can.
Justin, you've gone to some Timberwolves games and formed that connection with Ant Edwards, just with them and the Wild being in the playoffs right now. Do you plan to hit up any games, support those guys?
Maybe so. I haven't been to a hockey game before, so I might have to, swing by that. Right. I heard it was crazy atmosphere, good time. So I might have to go check that one out. But Timberwolves definitely got to sneak in there and give me a game or two for sure. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Shout out my brother, my dog JETTAS, bro. Glad he spoke at the presser. Like what I heard from him, his energy and all that as well. I hope my dog really locked the hell in. But I'm glad him and McCarthy put in that time, that much needed time. Woo! Great news. I repeat, great news. Here we go. Powerhouse 80 in the building. What up, dog? Also, I'm a huge Minnesota Vikings fan, and I want to support McCarthy. But how can I? But how can I, after his historically bad season? Please help me understand. Well, you support KOC after his historically bad play calling season or seasons. That's all I gotta say right there, Powerhouse. You supported Quasi for 4 years after his piss poor drafts and all that. Heavy. You support the Wolves for years after they piss poor leadership as owners. Heavy. So what are we talking about around here? You support the O-line, Brian O'Neill, punk ass, soft ass, when he got massacred damn near every game, huh? You continue to support the O-line and all that. So what we talking about around here? Oh, let me guess. You continue to support Kirk Cousins, Powerhouse, when he didn't win you a damn motherfucking thing. Heavy. The Vikings didn't come close to a Super Bowl ring with him, but you stuck it out with him. You supported him. You got a rookie quarterback. Yeah. I said it. Bitch, yeah. It was his rookie season in the physical form last year, period. I don't care what nobody talking about. We're talking stats for real, actual factuals. That was his rookie season last year as far as the physical form goes. And you talking about he wins. He should have won you 2 games, comeback wins, great fourth quarter performances. The special team blows it for your squad. Period. Yeah, he takes his bumps and bruises. What quarterback hasn't? What quarterback doesn't? The man plays a whole quarter hurt with a high ankle sprain. He plays 3 minutes plus with a concussion. Talk about how can you continue to support him after last year? What the fuck? Take the what and leave the what? Just like you support all the other bullshit that you support in Minnesota for the last 4 years. That's how. What you mean, dog? You're talking about a 22-year-old rookie quarterback who showed you his heart, showed you his determination, dog. Showed you he'll put it all on the line at the drop of a motherfucking dime and all that. And you talking about support him? What? You gotta be kidding me, Powerhouse. Huh? What you talking about, bro? Heavy. You support him like you continue to support KOC, period. Yeah, bitch, yeah. You continue to support Wes Phillips when he got his DWI, right? Yeah. You wasn't worried about nothing then? Yeah. Talking about how can I support McCarthy? What? Come on, bro. Stop it. Shit. Are you kidding me, baby? For real. Shout out Powerhouse in the building, but you way off, dog. You way out of pocket, way out of bounds in the boogie downtown where it really goes down, huh? Yeah, bitch, yeah. Here we go. He talking about how he continued to support McCarthy. What? Support him like you support this weak-ass head coach. Huh? Like you supported Garrett Bradbury, big soft punk ass for years, huh? Yeah. You kidding me, man? Kirk Cousins walking around that bitch for 6 years, robbing highway robbery, committing highway robbery and all that. Ain't doing nothing for the team, no playoff wins, etc. And you talking about how you support my dog, how you support Nine, but you probably was one of the same ones talking about draft McCarthy, baby. Yeah, we want McCarthy, baby. Yeah. Oh, you forgot? Oh, I ain't forget. Everybody wanted McCarthy. I don't care what nobody talking about. Everybody and their mama wanted McCarthy in Minnesota. Heavy. Quick as they wanted him, look how quick they turned their back on him when K1, so-called K1. Fuck that. What the hell is a K1, huh? When Kyler Murray come in the building? Huh? Lock in 9 Holmes. For real. Here we go. Let's get it, man. Oh, come on. I never supported Kirk Cousins because he was horrible. Sam Darnold, I did support because he played well with limited time in the system. Why are you not excited for Murray? Excited for Murray? For what? I'm not mad about Murray, but I wanted to be a fair competition. But it's Team 9 round yonder. And guess what, Powerhouse? If Murray comes in and balls and he's the Murray of old and he's balling out, I would be excited. Shit. What the hell we talking about around here? I'm excited about I'm excited about the competition, right? I'm excited about what it will bring out of McCarthy. That's what I'm excited about the most, is to see how JJ McCarthy performs in this situation. But like I've been saying, bro, I don't have no disdain for Murray, no hate towards Murray. If he wins, he wins. May the best man fucking win. I don't care if it's McCarthy, Wentz, or Murray. I don't give a damn. I want the best man on the field. But I know JJ McCarthy deserves a fair competition and deserves fair effort. He ain't got that yet, right? So the same amount of time KOC put in with Kirk, with Darnold, etc., he needs to put in the same amount of time with McCarthy as well. No cap. Here we go. Now, last but not least, let's break down Kevin O'Connell, Holmes. I repeat, Kevin O'Connell. Here we go. Let's get it. This is Kevin O'Connell speaking at the presser. Let's break it down, man. Here we go. I will be dropping the link after this segment. You want to lock in with me for about probably 10 minutes. That's all today. But about a good 10 minutes, come rock and roll with me and lock in with me, man. SKOL VIKES. Here we go. Let's get it.
It's always an interesting thing because you're so excited to get them all back here. And outside of me, trying not to be long-winded in a team meeting this morning, they're really spending their time with Joe and the strength and conditioning staff, position coaches, and we're really building, the initial foundation of what we hope to really get done during kind of the off-season program, which, as you guys know, from my perspective, is really the teaching and learning phase to set these guys up to have their best chance to compete when the training camp comes around. So obviously been a really good process throughout the off season. Big week with the draft coming up this week. Just want to compliment Rob, his the personnel staff, the coaching staff, the way it's come together. We got a lot of talented people in this building, and just the work both here, offsite at pro days, visits, workouts, the combine. Everybody's put everything they had into this to make this a positive outcome. And guys have really worked really well together.
And guess what? They should have put everything they have into it, KOC. What the hell you want, Holmes? A cookie? Huh? What the hell you mean put everything they got into it? They should, you should, etc. That's what the hell are you there for, KOC? That's what your job is for, KOC, and all that. What the hell you mean put their full effort into it? They should have been putting their full effort into it, period. You understand? Early. Here we go, man. Let's get back to it. Let's get it. Oh, hold up, though. Hold up. Make sure if you come in the chat, you fire the chat up, like, comment, and subscribe as well. Support the grind, support the channel. It takes less than 1 second. Why not? Here we go. SKOL VIKES. Once again, this is KOC speaking at the presser today. Here we go.
And looking forward to see how the end of the week plays out.
Coach, what kind of message does it send to have Justin Jefferson here at the start of OTAs?
Yeah, it's I spend so much time with Justin, just and I'm sure he gets tired of seeing my name come up on his cell phone. When he doesn't answer, I text him, and when he doesn't answer my text, I call him. So we got a nice little sequence going. But I get him every now and again, and when I do, he knows how much.
Type shit. I like it. Let's get it, bro. Build that bond. Heavy type shit. SKOL VIKES.
much he means to me. I think his leadership, spoke for itself a year ago, and as he's, continues to ascend, really as the face of our franchise, he continues to understand the weight of that and kind of the weight of the office of, I want him to have an impact. I want him to feel like he's, involved with, the things that we decide to do as our team, how we prepare our team. I think he's earned the right to be a part of those conversations.
And like I said earlier, right? Like I said earlier, I definitely respect that, Holmes. No cap. They should get Justin Jefferson's perspective or his opinion on certain things, certain operations, and all that. That's only right, for real. What he's done for your franchise, what he brings to the table. No bullshit. Fill him in, blend him in, put him in the mix. You should want to keep him happy. Why not? Hell, why not? He's your star receiver. That's called collaboration and communication, period. So shout out to KOC for doing that, as he should. SKOL Vikes. Here we go.
And I enjoy the heck out of having him with him. And, I know everybody was excited to see him here today. And as busy as he is in as many directions as he gets pulled in, for him to make it a priority to be here today and be here this week, to kick things off is massive.
And you got people out there saying, oh, JETTAS, he's a bad teammate, a horrible teammate. He's not a good teammate. What? Take the what and leave the what? Huh? Bitch, yeah. He's a great teammate. The fuck? SKOL Vikes. Here we go. He's a great teammate. Straight up. What? Put some respect on his name, bruh. Period. What's up, Weedo? What you said, Weedo? Shout out Weedo in the building, man. SKOL Vikes. Here we go. Very cool commentary in the chat. Much appreciated. I've watched JETTAS fumble with Cousins in Philly's end zone. Kurt's nice, not better than Kyler, though. What's your point? You watch JETTAS fumble with Cousins in Philly, and so what? Bad play, piss poor play. Guess what? JETTAS took it on the chin, made up for it later. You understand? What are you talking about, Kurt? Kurt's nice. What do you mean Kurt's nice? He's nice how? What's nice about him? Huh? The disguise he puts on, you mean, is nice? Give a damn about him being nice, bruh. A fake, phony, nice man. He didn't want to work on Tuesdays. He couldn't win the big game, so he didn't care about his legacy or being great. So what the fuck does that mean? Because he was nice. Weedo. Kurt's nice, not better than Kyler Murray, though. Okay, bad. What's up? What's next? Huh? No cap. Like I say, after I break down this presser here from O'Connell, I will be dropping the link for about 10 minutes. So come lock in with me, rock and roll with me. Say how you feel, but just make sure it's real. But Weedo, please expound, Weedo. Please expound, Weedo. You're talking about the fumble he had in Philly. What next? What was that 3 years ago? What next? Oh, but you don't remember the one hand takeaway, fade away, and all that, huh? In Buffalo? Oh, you don't remember that or respect that, right? Right. Oh, all right. Bad. I get it. I know it. No bullshit. Come on, man. Stop the cap. Here we go.
Kevin, what is this phase like with Kyler in terms of him getting onboarded here?
Yeah, so the initial phase is really the guys will throw a little bit on their own, but we're not really as coaches, we're not allowed to be there until we get to the phase 2 setting. So they'll do some of that, light throwing at the end of a couple of the workouts. just to kind of get going a little bit. But we really, I'm a big believer in the first few days, the first couple days this week for sure. You get the units together. We got our team together this morning for, kind of a welcome and an intro and just laying out some of what we're hoping to accomplish during these 9 weeks. But really it's about kind of the grassroots of the position rooms, coaches being able to establish their rooms. And then it's a big time for Joe and his staff, Tyler and their staff, to really kind of calibrate, each individual guy's performance plan and the things that we want to try to accomplish. Nowadays, these guys come in great shape. They come in, on the heels of the work they do wherever they call home. Many of them.
No doubt, they should come in shape. They should come in looking great. Hell, that's their job. Matter of fact, I hope Josh Metellus lost 10 fucking pounds. You hear me? Period. Josh Metellus, you hear me clear? My dog, I hope he lost 10 pounds. I told him I got him. I told him I put him on that program for real, man. No cap. Turn him into a straight beast, a straight monster, and all that. But he don't want to listen. All right, bet. Cool. I hope he lost about 10 pounds in the boogie downtown so he can cover some damn body for once, huh? So he can run with a tight end for once, huh? So he can run with a fullback for once, huh? Bitch, yeah. Score Vikes. Lock in, Metellus, bro. Lock in. You heard what JETTAS said, dog. Lock in, my brother. Score Vikes. Here we go.
Have been here for the majority of the off season, and now it's just a matter of getting to do it in a little bit more of a structured, formal setting. But the first 2 weeks are really lifting. They'll move those guys around a little bit, some of the change of direction, some of the movement stuff, really preparing them and preparing their bodies for the positional work that'll start in phase 2. And then as we get into it, we get a little bit more of the offensive and defensive philosophies, the kicking game philosophies with Hat. And then we'll try to get out in front of some of the install so that it doesn't overload guys. We're under such a tight time crunch, on these days, the 4 hours, and want to always make sure we ask a lot of our guys. We have great participation, but I do like trying to make sure I give them what I call those 3.5-day weekends, get them out of here on Thursday at a time where they can, if they want to spend the weekend here and spend time together, great. If they're headed back off to, be with their families or whatever it may be, that's great too. But we try to get our work in and be real purposeful with everything that we do, everything we ask of our players, and know that we're ramping up from phase 1 to phase 2. And then inevitably after, whatever it is, Memorial Day, we'll be able to get on the grass all together.
Kevin, in terms of the number of players spending part of the offseason here, have you seen that tick up over your time here? What do you think led to that? So,
I have. I think, I would just tip my cap to all of our resources on the first floor, whether it's Tyler and his group. Inevitably, there's going to be guys working through some things coming out of a season. We've got great doctors here, so a lot of our guys, get some of the best care possible right here in the Twin Cities. I think Joe, one of the things that, I was really, interested to get feedback on after the season was just after a full off-season training camp and season been with those.
You know it. Can somebody ask about McCarthy, please? Ask about the QB battle, bro. Please, you hear me? No cap. And make it a real question. Like, is it a fair competition? Like, is it a fair battle and all that? Huh? Here we go. Score Vikes.
Those guys in the strength and conditioning program. And Joe, I mean, I know surveys get thrown out a lot around different parts of the NFL, but one thing that came back, crystal clear to me was our players are ecstatic about Joe and that staff in there. And I think it's a credit to those guys, how they've been able to kind of make this a team environment in there, but yet players feel like they've got individual programs, ways that I personally have a direct path to getting to where I want to get to. So people have found that very beneficial to maybe it's not the entire time, but making sure that they're not only here present with them enough, But then all of our players are constantly, we're connected with some of the people that train them from afar, trading notes and making sure these guys just want to make sure that they capitalize on the resources we have in this building for sure.
Kevin, how often are you talking to Harrison Smith?
It's been a few days, but now that you remind me, I'll probably bug him today. But no, it's something we're still trying to give Harrison as much space as possible, and I think he's earned that. If it's anything at this point, Dave, it's seeing how he's doing, seeing how his family is, seeing how his golf game is, all of those things.
So does that affect your draft process?
Respect. But at the end of the day, hey, if Hitman wants to come back, cool. But I hope he understands he is no longer a starter and all that. Here we go.
At all in terms of whether he's, what his final decision ends up being? Do you need to know before the draft?
No, I don't think so, Kevin. I think it's something that you kind of look at it from a lens of the most important thing is getting your board stacked with how we see him, and that's a combination of the evaluations from a lot of different people. And, we've got a scouting department, a coaching staff that has worked so well together through this process. That it's about, setting that board. And then obviously you want to have conversations about, with each and every selection, how that impacts your depth chart, your 53-man roster. But no, it doesn't.
Kevin, what kind of impact do you anticipate Keith Carter having on your offensive line?
Yeah, Keith is, somebody that when the season ended, we went through a real thorough process of talking to quite a few people. Really had a cast a wide net, a deep, talented kind of pool of guys. And I'd kind of really wanted to, see Keith's vision for the room. I think it can be a real benefit to have kind of come a year ago and kind of in that assistant role, you really have to kind of allow the lead O-line coach to lead. And he did a great job of that. He was really, really good with the young guys. He was really good with the development of some of our young guys. Whether it's Donovan or Joe or any of those other young guys that we had. But what I really was struck by was Keith's vision for how we play, what it looks like when we snap the ball, the way we run off the ball in the run game, his thoughts on how we can continue to strive to be the best pass protection team that we can, understanding how we've been played against from a standpoint of a lot more four-man rush and games and picks and things that make it so that you've got to really identify the areas to spend your most time on task to, really justify and match up with how you're defended. We have players like Justin, like Jordan. We have, TJ. We have players that warrant a conversation for our opponents when they're putting together game plans that require coverage and principles of coverage to be a big part of that. So the way to maximize pressure against us historically over 4 years has really been to, send four guys forward in the most dynamic way possible and try to make it really, really hard on those five guys up front. So what are we doing schematically? What are we doing from a play calling standpoint? What are we doing from, how we identify certain things to try to make it as clear, concise, and make it about technique and fundamentals? And that's where Keith had such a clear vision of what that looked like. And just consulting with some of our players, whether it was Brian or CD, Donovan, any of those guys, it became pretty crystal clear that he was the right guy. And then also to be able to get a guy like Frank Smith, part of the think tank, part of the offensive staff, in that assistant head coach role that can bring 4 years of his most recent experience helping court.
Are you talking about KOC? Huh? You talking about KOC adapt to this, adapt to that, and figure stuff out, dog? My dog North's in the building. Like he said, it was no run game, dog. No cap. You understand? When it was a run game, you went away from it heavy. He talking about adapt and adjust, etc. Man, when did you adapt and adjust, KOC? Huh? Yeah, you talking about, dog? No cap. Here we go.
coordinate Mike's offense in Miami, but even beyond that, having been in the O-line room, having coached tight ends, he's a very, very, experienced coach that's brought a ton to kind of the high level thinking of our offensive staff. It's been awesome.
How does the think tank work too? Because, at the end of the day, there has to be a decision made on things, Kevin.
Yeah.
So like how much has this potentially altered how you're going to approach things offensively?
Yeah.
And at what point is too much input probably not a great thing? If that makes
No, it's a great question because at the end of the day, you've got to the game moves fast and you got to really lean into all the work that's been done up until those moments. But there's still a game going on. There's still adjustments happening. Each individual play call, each circumstance, down and distance, where you are on the field, all those things apply, especially in the head coach role, where you're trying to manage the team to win the football game. And sometimes you call plays, with a mindset of how well your defense is playing or how well your special teams unit is doing, stealing yards in the kicking game. But I do think.
So KOC, you talking about how well your defense was playing, how well your offense was playing. How come every time the defense was playing well, KOC, you put them in piss poor situations? You couldn't convert. You couldn't complete. You couldn't call the right play. Huh? Your defense was playing well versus Seattle, KOC. And what the fuck do you do, Holmes? You call a 3rd and 1 tight end sneak to Hawkinson so fast. Then you come right back around yonder and call a play action to the short side of the field on 4th and 1 with your UDFA rookie quarterback. You talking about depending on how special teams and this is playing? What are you talking about, bro? Do you even have a real feel for the game, man? You understand? Heavy. Do you have a real feel for the damn game and all that early? Straight up, no damn cap. Period, dog. SKOL VIKES. Here we go. Come on, bro. We talking about around here for sure. Up there, motherfucking lying, dog. Here we go. Stop lying.
Judd, I do think that the time that we've spent as a staff really evaluating not only this past year, there were some outliers with this past year, but there are some things when you look at, 3-4 years of inventory now, there's some things that I know me personally, I've got to look at and really take as tangible information to help me be what I want to be, which is the best version of myself, not only as the head coach, but as the play caller. Every year's different. You're going to stay true to some foundational things, but how you get there, the creativity you get there with, the principles that you get there with can look a lot different. And I think that's ultimately on me. And I've really challenged the staff to, have some conversations about really detailed, specific ways that we can get better in different phases of our offense. And then also understand, you look back on a lot of it and, there's a lot of sayings you can, attach to it in regard to where close ends up getting you. But we've been close on some things that dynamically could change some things. But what are we doing as coaches to make sure we are providing the most clarity? This is exactly where we want aiming points, landmarks, technique.
That's the point, KOC. You haven't done that, bro. I repeat, you haven't done that. So come on. You understand? I hope you learn you need to do that now. But you haven't done that in the span of 4 or 5 years, KOC. At least not for a full game. That's the biggest problem with you, KOC, right there. Your offense has been inconsistent, Holmes, for real. And it starts with you, period.
Techniques, first steps, hat placement, because that's what this time is this offseason program. I told the team this morning, we have a foundation built culturally, football-wise, but this 9 weeks is about raising that foundation to a higher level, because then you can start having a conversation about your ceiling as a football team when training camp comes around and what you inevitably have to, in a short amount of time, prepare your team to become. But for right now, it's about that foundation, details, little things where we don't have an opponent to put stress on us from a standpoint a scoreboard or a gotta have it situation. We've got ourselves, and we've got to maximize every single day and make sure when our players leave here, especially in a voluntary program where you're really asking a lot out of many of these guys to be here away from their families and things like that, you got to make it worthwhile. You got to give them every tool, every resource, every ounce of coaching we have, and also give them the runway to grow every single day as players.
Coach, we asked you a couple weeks ago about Jonathan Bernard.
Yep.
Anything changed since then?
No, I had a conversation with him last week. We're trying to keep our conversations and dialogue going. I have such a good relationship with Jonathan. He's been so impactful on me personally, one of our leaders. He knows exactly how I feel about him, how we feel about him as an organization, and I'll continue to have that dialogue. And
So it's definitely pretty clear they want to keep JG in the building, just like Rob Brzezinski said as well. So they're working on a real deal for JG. So understand that, learn that, know that, etc. Baby. SKOL Vikes, here we go.
Ongoing dialogue and as we move forward, but it's been good, and I think I think Jonathan's really respected at least the point of view that our dialogue brings and the clarity, and he knows that I'm always a phone call away.
I know this is a voluntary thing, but do you expect him to be part of this phase one part?
I can't speak for the days moving forward. He was not here today. But yeah, it's a voluntary camp. We've had historically really great participation, and I understand the things that come up from a business standpoint, and I think a lot of people understand that, and we'll just keep working through it.
Kevin, just when it comes to Jordan Addison picking up his fifth-year option,
Yep.
just where do you think he is at, and why do you want to pick up the fifth-year option?
Yeah, I think, from a talent standpoint and his impact, it was really felt immediately when Jordan first arrived here, and what he's brought to our offense and his ability to really dynamically complement Justin. And I view Jordan as one of the top tier, quote unquote, if you want to call him number twos in the league. And that is not a,
They know what's up. They know what time it is and all that. Like I said, they've been knowing what type of player he is for sure. Heavy SKOL Vikes. It's no secret. They peeped it.
that is not in any way, shape, or form negative when you're talking about that other guy being Justin Jefferson. But the other part of it with Jordan is, just our relationship and where it's gotten to. And we've spent a lot of time together talking about his personal growth. He was an incredibly young player when he got into the NFL, and he's learned some lessons over the years. And I think he understands it's a critical time in his career. His ability to have an impact doing what he loves, which is playing football, loves playing football as much as anybody we have in this organization. But we need to make sure that he understands, where he's at now and the growth and all those things and what that equals. And I think he does. And I'm excited to get going with him this year.
Kevin, as you're getting to the end of this draft process, or there's the prep process
Mhm.
with Robin, kind of at the point of that. What has this been like working with him, and just how has his influence on this kind of taken shape over the whole draft process?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost with Rob, I joke with him all the time. Like, he has been so impactful on me over my time here from really day one, and even before that part of the interview process. And my relationship with him is so strong. He's such a good person. He's had the ability over these few weeks and couple months here to really, show some high quality leadership traits, bringing people together, personnel, coaches, scouts, everybody coming together to have really, really good dialogue and really, really good, back and forth to, many ways there's a lot of agreement on players. And when there's not, we find good outcomes, we find good solutions. And that's all credited to not only our people, we've got great people here, but the leadership Rob has shown throughout this process. And it's been really fun, to support him throughout that and really dive into this year's draft class and even beyond that, free agency. But I know we're all really excited for this week.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Good to see everybody.
So that's pretty much it for the pressers. That was KOC. Once again, KOC always sounds good. Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, bro. Before I get into that, I'm finna go ahead and drop the link. Like I say, you want to come lock in with me for about 10 minutes, bro. Before I get up out of here, lock in with me, rock and roll with me, man. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. We go. But yeah, KOC speaks again, pretty much does what KOC does and all that. Sounds good all the time. Glib speaker, says the right things. But again, no hard questions, no tough questions at all. Guido in the building says, I love Jake Reed more than Chris Carter. Carter was a smoker, crack fiend, etc. Whoa, calm it down, calm it way down. Guido. Hey, I mean, can you call a man a crack fiend? He played with his nose, but let's calm it way down. Heavy, dog, no cap. You understand? But yeah, KOC pretty much doing what he pretty much does. At this point, it's prove it time for KOC. The time is now for KOC, baby. No cap. That's like the real state of the Minnesota Vikings, right? Boom. The real Vikings business is who is KOC as a head coach? How does he perform this year? Period, dog. No cap. How does he perform this year? Hot seat or not? Everybody's saying he on the hot seat. He should be, but do we know if he is at the end of the day? No, we don't know for sure. We don't know for sure at all. Northeast, what up, big dog? Hold on 1 sec. Let me set this timer. You can
All right.
Yes, sir. What's going on with you, man?
Wonk, wonk, wonk. Doesn't that motherfucker sound like Charlie Brown's teacher?
Hey, you say walk, 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 huh? Hey, Norris, so
That's all I hear.
So you say it's the same KOC then, huh?
Yeah, that's all I hear coming out of KOC's mouth. Just wonk, wonk, wonk. Word salad. You don't ever get anything truthful out of the guy.
Yeah, real shit. I mean, real shit. Like my biggest thing here is like, okay, like I said earlier, I mean, a refresh button was kind of hit, but like as far as KOC goes, at this point, you pretty much gotta rock with him. Now, you ain't gotta believe in him, but Brzezinski, I will say Brzezinski, I'm starting to believe in low key. KOC, he got to prove it. He had to prove it time for me. Fuck the talking. He's been a good speaker, but Brzezinski, I think he made some solid moves so far. We'll see how the draft goes, but yeah, I'm liking what he's doing and how he's talking, man. Okay.
Well, EJ, don't forget this, man. When they in the preseason, when everybody was shouting, "Bring Adam Thielen back! Bring Adam Thielen back!" They backdoored Kwesi. Rob Brzezinski was the one who did that.
Hold on. So you're saying you're talking about Adam Thielen recently this year?
Last season, yeah.
So when they brought him in, you're saying Rob Brzezinski did that and not Kwesi.
Well, I'm saying KOC went to Rob behind Kwesi's back, and they got that deal done behind Kwesi's back. So I don't know how much you can trust Rob being the stiff back dude. You know what I'm saying?
But hold on, no, hold on. How do you know that they went behind there and got that deal done though, Norris? Now in the building. What up,
Uh,
man? Shout out
that
Nile in
was it was public knowledge. Somebody put that out.
Well, but see, that's where it gets tricky, Norris, because we say public knowledge, but somebody put who was the somebody? Was it actual facts? Has anyone ever said it?
Yeah, somebody said it. One of the reporters said it, and I can't remember who, but I heard it. I mean,
I mean,
I'm on all of these shows. I'm listening to everybody, all the shows. So I can't
yeah, but
remember exactly where I heard it.
Some of them don't aren't saying accurate facts as well, Norris. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's true. That's very true.
Like sometimes they're saying per bullshit. Even some of the beat writers, we've seen stories created just cause it sounds good. So you got to be careful with that as well, man. It's just like Quasi. Everybody's saying he's a scapegoat. Well, he did have 4 bad drafts.
No, I'm not saying he's the scapegoat, but after they got rid of him, it sure was, pretty evident they were going to pile all the crap on him when he went out the door.
Yeah, and for me, Quasi needs to speak up, man. I can no longer vouch for him until he says something. As a man, as your name being disrespected, your ability being questioned by Mark Wilf. He basically said, we didn't feel comfortable with Quasi, dog. So what now? And Quasi has yet to say anything, dog.
Yeah. No,
And now let's say, what the hell is a K1 EJ Team 9 over here? You know it, Nala.
Yeah, but Nala, you're a Detroit fan. You can't have him.
Real shit. They stay the fuck away from him. You hear me? Okay. But I mean, I feel you about KOC North. Like, as far as KOC, I don't believe in him either. Now, do I feel like it's a chance he could be better next year? Yeah, I do. I feel like that's what it could be. But at the end of the day, like Brzezinski is the guy I believe in right now.
Well, let's hope this guy listens to that Kevin Smith dude. Let's hope he does, because Miami did have a really good running game.
Did they?
Well, with Devon Achane.
Yeah. They talking about Vikings possibly getting A-Chain.
I think we just need to draft one.
There's so many stories out there, bro.
I mean, we can't afford to keep on overpaying all these veterans for, whether it be trade or free agency. We need to just draft young guys and hit on the damn draft.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the draft is where it starts, bro.
That's right.
And if Brzezinski hits, he hits. If he doesn't, all right, assignment failed. You're not the GM. But like I say, all I can go on right now is the moves being made. We know KOC has been full of shit. He gonna talk. He gonna sound good. So I'm not caught up in that. The pressers I really care most about was JETTAS, and I like JETTAS' energy. Looked like he gained weight and shit, type shit. I like what he was saying, and I like what Rob Brzezinski scared, man. And if that's the way they work the draft and that's the way they do it, we're gonna see, bro. I'm not going. Even KOC, I'm not gonna continue to bash the man and just like give up on him. Hell no. Like, why would I do that? He's our coach right now. Full of shit.
Yeah, we're stuck.
Whatever,
we're stuck riding with him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. So make the best of it right now, dog.
Well, we got to ride with him until we kick him out the fucking passenger door.
Hey, let me ask you this question. North, we got about 4 minutes left. But yeah, so as far as KOC, right? Okay, so like let's say they win the draft, boom, they have a great draft, boom. Would you believe in him more a little bit then?
Maybe a little bit more, but I wouldn't say totally believe in him, because the proof is in the pudding, and that's all in the past. He's shown that he doesn't run the ball, and his situational play calling is ass. You can't run the damn ball on a 3rd and 1 or 3rd and less than that. You got to throw the ball all the damn time. Come on, man.
Yeah, I dig that. I dig that part, bro. No cap. Hell yeah. Not let's say manifesting a JJ trade to Lions on draft night by KOC. Let's go. Fuck out of here, man. Fuck that. Stop it now. Fuck that shit. Nala fucking tripping, dog. What the fuck?
Nala wants that Wolverine we got. That's what he wants.
Right. That motherfucker, a competitor, man. That dog, a winner, Holmes. You know?
That's right.
Straight up, man. But hey, Norse, final thoughts. About 2 minutes left. I'm gonna get up out of here. But your final thoughts, bro. Just Vikings in general, man. Whatever you want to say about it, man.
I'd say if an ideal draft in my mind would be if we could actually drop back 4 to 5 spots, get the guy we want, like, you know, like a Peter Woods or a Caden Proctor, then hopefully by dropping back that 4 to 5 spots, we at least pick up a 4th, because we do not have a current 4th, but a 3rd would be even better.
Yeah, I feel you on that. They have so many options, man. Like but you got 9 picks. Like my thing is, you should be able to build your team with 9 picks, right? Come on now, some solid foundation.
Yeah.
Play, you know what I'm saying?
They really got a hit on those 4 top 100 picks. They really do.
Yeah, real shit, dog. I hope,
But
man.
I'll let.
I hope
go ahead.
Flores is. I hope Flores is involved majorly this time around.
Yeah, I hope he ain't quiet either. I want him banging the table.
Real shit. Real shit, man. No cap.
All right, brother. I'll let you go. You finish your show up.
All right, bro. Hold it down, man. I'm gonna chop it up with you later, bro. Have a good one.
All right, you too.
All right. Shout out Norse in the building, man. Something you ready to get up out of here, man. But yeah, the state of the Minnesota Vikings, this, pretty much where we at with it. Some people are happy about KOC, some not. Do I believe in KOC? No. But does he have the chance to make a change? Hell yeah. I mean, he's the head coach still. Like, never forget that. He is your head coach going into next season, your play caller, etc. So we can stop with the whole KOC play calling shit. Whether it was piss poor or not last year, cool, facts, bad. But we could see a new KOC next year. He could innovate, be more creative, be smart, run the ball actually, and stick to the run. His whole mentality could be changed for a reason, period, dog. You bring in a Frank Smith, help him out more. Him and Flores will always be in communication. Somebody to talk some sense into his head, not just no yes men around him and all that. Somebody who gonna say, hey, KOC, you fucking up for real, Holmes. You hear me? Heavy. This is piss poor. So you gotta have some form of belief in KOC right now. If anything, shit, believe for McCarthy, right? Boom. Have faith for McCarthy, right? No cap. Root for him, dog. Period. Yeah. Believe he will come in more improved, better, bigger, better, stronger, etc. Understand? That's where I'm at with it, dog. a lot of pieces, a lot of good solid pieces on his team. Hopefully we acquire more during the drafts. But it can go either way right now. The state of the Minnesota Vikings right now, well, damn, it could go either damn way. But this Thursday, we're going to see for sure. Like I said earlier, Rob Brzezinski, this may be his interview on the fly. I repeat, an on the fly interview. And no matter what you may think about Rob Brzezinski, even whether you think he's good or not, he's the man for the job or not, take a look at the bigger picture and what he's done this offseason as far as free agency goes. How do you feel about it? And just leave it there, period. Honest opinion. How do you feel about the moves he's made thus far? Not just the players he got from other teams through free agency, the players he retained as well or picked up fifth-year options on, Jonathan Grenard, Jordan Addison, etc. How do you feel about the overall moves in general? And then go from there. But I feel like Rob Brzezinski has done a solid job. And if he aced this test, that test coming up on Thursday night, shit, bro, he gonna be feeling right. And the Vikings gonna be can believe that, bro. You know what it is, man. That's pretty much the live there. I'll see y'all on the next one. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell as well. Support the grind, support the channel. Why not? It takes less than 1 second. Right? Let's get it, bro. You support the fake, support the real for real. Once again, big SKOL here. SKOL Vikes win, lose, or draw, but we come to win. Down at the levee, we going fishing at the levee. SKOL Vikes, believe that. We run the north. Yeah.